you see we outside. You see the ghost. See the ghost right there. We got the young homies out here. You know what I mean? You already know Tim out here. Unk out here. Yeah, you see it. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that. We got Drew out here. So yeah. Yeah, see, it's too cold, you know what I mean? Although 912 is in the name, you know what I mean? That's my roots. But I was born in Jersey. Shout out to Camden, Deptford, Woodbury, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a good moment out here because of, you already know what we doing. You will in a second. Yeah, rise and shine, rise and grind. Well, as you can see, we're all in here. Everybody in here. And the reason why everybody's face is like this is because these were 5-finger discounted. They were lifted, advertised 4 through 13. The biggest size they had was a 9.5. So definitely looked my man O out, gave him my pair pretty much. But you know, we still gonna get into this review. So let's go ahead and tap in. What up 3 times? You already know who it is. It's the one and only homie Chef, aka Wings912 on IG. That's WINGZZ912 on Instagram. You looking at me, it's Almighty Shoe Review. Appreciate the love, support, appreciate y'all tapping in, you know what I mean? Keep those subscriptions coming. Keep hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content, and make sure you hit the thumbs up to get me in the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Breakfast Club, one of the dopest crews locally for me, and that's all family, you know what I'm saying? We gets it in, we gets busy, and today was one of those moments where the family shared the same experience, but we'll get into that story a little bit later. If you already know why we're here, this is definitely going to be a review. As you can see with the setup and, you know what I mean, the stacks on deck, you know what I mean, this is definitely a pretty good review of a pretty good shoe, you know what I'm saying. Nike SB has been going crazy all year long, and needless to say, they're going out with bangers at the end of the year, you know what I mean. So I'm not even gonna waste your time. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. First thing we're gonna jump into is the box, you know what I mean. Colors read, Racer Blue, Metallic Silver. Racer Blue, who knew? You know what I mean? And I present to you the Nike SB Dunk Low April. Yeah, these are crazy for all the right reasons. You know what I mean? I know. Oof. Oh yeah, let me get y'all the heels. And now that we got them in hand, let's get into them. April Skateboards was started in 2019 by Shane O'Neill and Chris Middlebrook. Now the irony of this one release is one of the team members had a release earlier this year, which is Yuto Horigame. You know what I'm saying? Kind of dope, kind of fly, but nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into the shoe. The April Skateboards Nike Dunk Low SB Turbo Green dresses the retro model in an airy white mesh upper, accented with the chrome swoosh and fortified with a suede overlay in a bright teal finish. White leather is utilized on the toe box and back tab, marked with April and Nike SB branding across the left and right shoe. April is stamped on the lateral heel, while each tongue tag displays mismatched Nike SB and April logos. Underfoot, a translucent rubber outsole reveals a unique floral graphic, and it is also a unique floral graphic on the insole. As you can see, The shoelaces have chrome tips, and they have an alternate with just regular white tips. All right, so boom, you know what I mean? Before we get actually into the shoe, in my opinion of the shoe, let's go ahead and get into the story, you know what I mean? Now, shout out to Clockwork. Clockwork is the dopest local skate shop based in Savannah, Georgia. You know what I mean? Them boys starting to feel like family. I see them a lot, and it's like they know me on a first name basis. They know a lot of us on a first name basis, you know what I'm saying? We bought the sweet treats around Halloween, and when you cop, you know what I mean, they took down your name and your information, and what you did was you came back and got a keychain. This is said keychain. You know what I mean? The tooth, you know what I mean? Dental floss, you know what I mean? Regular thing, but we were, you know what I mean? You know, this was like a keepsake, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I held on to it. I may have used it once after lunch, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I didn't run down, but something was like, really hold on to this, right? So, last couple days after Thanksgiving, the crew's been going crazy trying to figure out what's going on with the Aprils, trying to figure out what's going on locally. We've kind of had a feeling we were going to get them, not guaranteed, but everybody did all their research, going down to the skate shop, talking, you know what I mean, asking questions, and then boom, we get this post, you know what I'm saying? Now you see this post says, if you had the tooth, you were guaranteed, you know what I mean, you was going to guarantee the pair first on a first come first serve basis, but you know what I'm saying, people with the actual tooth would get a pair before, you know what I mean, they would just open regular to the public, right? Boom, they were advertised 4 through 13, size 4 through 13, you know what I'm saying? Now I didn't camp all night, but there's other crew members of the Breakfast Club that camped, and you know what I mean, it's November, it's the end of November, so it be getting a little brick out there, you know what I mean? But go out there, I go out there after work, you know what I'm saying? I go pull up early in the morning, 7 a.m., chill out with the fellas, talking, we all having breakfast, coffee, you know what I mean, talking our usual. And what happened was, when I'm not even going to say names, but the half of the shipment got stolen, you know what I mean? We didn't know it. The person that opened the store didn't know prior to even making the post, you know what I'm saying? So we were surprised and hit with the 9.5 was the highest size that they had available, and they only had one 9.5, and then it trickled down to 4. They were not expecting to see the rest of the shoes because Nike had already refunded them their money for the higher sizes that were stolen. So me being the, you know what I mean, me being the man that I am, you know what I mean, shout out to my dog, that's like bro, best friend for like 20 plus years, you know what I'm saying? I hit him up and made sure I got his size. Shout out to Hunter and Austin though, they were ahead of me in the line, and they actually cleared the lane to make sure I could go ahead and get bro size, so I'm going to put that in there, you know what I mean? Breakfast Club always look out for family, at least the real ones do, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to homies, you know what I mean? They really did this, you know what I mean, made it happen, but I ooped my available pair, you know what I mean, my available pick, you know what I mean? Rather than try to go resell and flip to something that I wanted, I just got a shoe that I know somebody would wear, and that's way more important to me, you know what I mean? So shout out to Clockwork, shout out to O, shout out to Austin, shout out to Hunter, shout out to the Breakfast Club, you know what I mean? We smoke stock. And fuck Carolina, yo. Y'all can't come back. Like, we don't want to see you around these parts, man. We told y'all stop popping out, we outside, you know what I'm saying? They finally laid the smack down. North Carolina, y'all are not, you know what I mean, y'all are not welcome at our skate shop. Stop trying to come and get bums to come and buy shoes. I wish that Clockwork was closer to the hood than downtown, because the downtown bums are kind of nice. They'll do things for you to try to earn, you know what I mean, panhandle a couple dollars. But if it was in the hood, them bums would have hauled ass with his money. Who gives a bum $140, $50 to go buy some shoes and think what? Bums, yo, y'all gotta be smarter, you know what I mean? Whenever y'all see dude in the Crocs, in the orange Crocs, beat up Crocs from North Carolina, take his money. Don't buy him no shoes, take his money, you know what I mean? But all right, enough of shenanigans. Let's go ahead and get into this amazing shoe, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that I have feelings about, you know what I mean? It goes both ways, but nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, the pluses to me, I really like the turbo green. This material is very, very, very reminiscent of the Jordan 1 turbo greens, and I'm sure everybody knows about them. That is the one thing that I really locked in on. And then not only that, but the silver check, if I'm not mistaken, then I want to say Sean Ivers, I could correct myself down here if I'm wrong, but Sean Ivers had a SB Dunk, and he had a gold check, and this silver check kind of puts me in that mind state, especially with the turbo green so close in color. But I'm not hating, I understand, I get it, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know? But good standouts on this leather is amazing on the toe box, and it's the same leather that sits on the tongue tag. Pretty dope. I'm in love with this mesh. Like, the mesh at first on this shoe I thought was kind of closer to the Be True by the pictures, you know what I mean, which is more like a cage, you know what I mean. But when I get it, it's way quilted and it's very detailed, and I like the coloring of it. It just matches very well with the colorway of the shoe and the silver check. Then you got the crazy double branding on the tongue and on the heel, you know what I mean. Nike, and they always show love with their collabs and make sure that people know who they're collabing with. And then like on the lateral heel, you know what I mean, you have the April still standing out. The insoles were dope, and the outer soles to have to mimic the same color. Very, very clean. It gives me feels of the N7 SB Dunk Low, and you know what I'm saying, even kind of fairly close to Chris Paul's OG1 lows, you know what I'm saying, having the same graphic on the insole, show on the outer sole with a translucent, like, that's pretty dope, you know what I mean. All in all, like, April, y'all really got these off. I was very, very surprised to sit up there and do the research and actually understand that, you know, they got like 2 collabs in 1 year, you know what I mean. Technically, the skate team of April Skateboarding got 2 collabs in 1 year. One was dedicated to Yuto, you know what I mean, who was a gold medalist, you know what I mean, and by all means, yeah, he gets his. But then, you know, for them to double back and give them these was pretty dope. I do like the pink pair that was floating around, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a friends and family pink pair picture, you know what I mean? These are clean. Like, what can you say, you know what I mean? When you got that type of rinse and this type of leather, they, you know, they definitely look good. Now, you know, like I said, it's just the irony that this shoe looks like pieces of another shoe, you know what I mean? Nike is usually very original with their collabs, but this one, you know what I mean, to pick pieces of, you know what I mean, different gray shoes, put them together, it's not bad, but you know, it's different, you know what I mean? It's different expectations, nevertheless. Still an amazing shoe, regardless of my 2 cents, you know what I mean? I'm not hating on them at all, but it's just, they look like, you know what I mean, they give me fond memories of sneakers past, you know what I mean? So it's crazy, it's different, but I still love them. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. The only thing that I thought was hilarious was the alternate lacing was the same exact color, it's just that the tips weren't silver. If I was oh, you know what I mean, hopefully he's going to take these silver tips out and save them for a special occasion and put in the basic whites, you know what I mean. But yeah, you see what it is, you see what they got going on. Nike SB has been knocking out bangers after bangers, and we still got 1 more shoe to go, you know what I mean. I told you I wanted 6 pairs of shoes. There were 6 pairs of shoes I was counting on. This was one of them, and now I have to fall back off of them because, you know, like I said, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna catch my size. These are like $470, close to $500 in my size on resale, which means they are up and they are going to stay stuck, and I don't think I'm going to go ahead and get these. So I'm not really upset. I usually blow a fuse, but you know what I mean, for some odd reason, you know what I mean, I'm taking my own advice and being positive and being happy and spreading the love, you know what I mean. But yeah, one more time in slow motion. Yeah, they clean. And yes, the owner of these shoes is right here. Like, that man is right there, so I'm not even tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? He done pulled up in this still. Yeah, these are clean, you know what I mean? Yeah, you hear them now. Now you want to talk. All right, so listen, now with it out. I'm telling y'all, stop getting upset at my ratings, because they are what they are, and it's just how I feel, you know what I mean? But when it comes to the chefs, I don't know. You can say it's my favorite number right now. I guess I'm doing this, but the Ocho, man, they're not bad, you know what I mean? But, you know, like I said, sneakers pass, different pieces, but they're still clean, great execution. Nike does their thing, you know what I mean? You can't beat this, you know what I mean? I love, it's a lot of aspects. I just love the details, the way they put it together, the way they execute it. And, you know what I mean, chrome and white, you know what I mean, that silver and white is always nasty. I'm a sucker. for graphics and you know what I mean, clear as translucent soles, but you know what I mean, it just doesn't feel too original, you know what I mean? So get in the comments, let me know, how did y'all do? I know there was mad raffles everywhere. I heard these were very limited in release, you know what I'm saying? And I wonder if that's because they were getting stolen a lot, because there's a lot of fucking, you know what I mean, there was a lot of sneaker shows that people had like 40, 50 pair, right? I'm not tripping. Full size runs, you know what I'm saying? So Nike, y'all are getting robbed a lot, you know what I mean? Between FedEx and the trail cars, let's tighten up because we missing shoes, man. You know?
This shit, Nike.
At this point, you know what I mean, we gotta figure something out. Stop putting the SKUs on the outside of the box. Maybe that'll help, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, like I said, let me know, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Always love. You already know what I said, and I actually showed it today. Stay positive, man. Spread some love out there, man. Shoes is, you know what I mean, shoes is shoes. If you don't catch the dub, you know what I mean, help somebody else catch a dub, or be thankful that you could go live another day to catch another W, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go tap in. They got EA for the reverse Grinches. See if you meet the requirements. I pray to God I do. I probably do. Still won't get it. Not mad, but reverse Grinches, you're coming home, baby. Understand that, you know what I'm saying? And by any means, keep them sneakers clean, man. Y'all know the motto. Before you go pay resale, come here and get them details. And if I catch you lacking, understand we snatching. It's not a game. We not playing. We outside. Ah.